Hi, it's Mark, and I've got a quick tip today on using Amazon Sponsored Products. Amazon Sponsored Products is the inside Seller Central way of doing AdWords, basically a way of paying people to come and see your product page. And along with off Amazon promotions, it's a good way of getting your launch started, getting people to see your product when they are searching similar items or highly searched items. I've spoken before about the importance of keywords in product listing, so title, bullet points, and also in the keywords section of your product listing, you can put down any keywords that you think appropriately describe your product. As long as you mention the word once, it's pretty much in there, and if you then put a search term inside the sponsored product mechanism, then a search term involving those keywords linked together should at least show up and get some impressions for your product searches. So if you want to increase your profile and you don't have a lot of reviews, you don't have a lot of traffic, Amazon Sponsored Products is a really good way of doing that. It's also a good way of measuring and learning in terms of how many impressions you get and how many clicks you get, how much people actually are engaging with both the search term that you've chosen and also the product that you've got at the end of that search term. So if they search for the search term that you want them to search for but don't click on your product, and there's a lot of people doing it, then you need to review something about the way you're communicating your product in the images and short description in order to increase the conversion rate. So a lot of impressions, low clicks means that there's something wrong there. No impressions means that you've found a search term that not many people are looking for. And of course there are plenty of third-party tools to help you with search terms. But the really important thing is, if you haven't got the words that comprise the search term in your product listing somewhere, it's very unlikely that Amazon is going to want to show that listing to someone in the paid advertising section, which is sponsored products. So make sure before you start listing loads and loads and loads of search terms in your sponsored product campaign as keywords, that in fact you've also already put those keywords into your product listing. And that's the main thing I want to tell you today. If you're going to have efficient sponsored products, then you've got to make sure that the search terms that you're putting together are in fact comprising words that are already in your listing. And that way you should get both good impressions and also good click-through rates. Of course, some search terms are less obviously associated with your product than others, and that's when to bang them into the keywords section where you've got 1,000 characters and 5 spaces to use it. Whereas some of them are of course almost integral to your product description, and those are the ones where you should be getting the most impressions and also where you should be getting the most clicks. And you can assess how well you're doing using the ACOS section on the right hand side of sponsored products, which tells you if you're of course earning more than you're spending in terms of revenue. So what that is the revenue you're earning for the cost of your adverts to get that revenue. And of course you want that percentage to be as low as possible, and in fact probably you want it to be less than 30%, because if it isn't, you're actually using up, although you're getting the revenue, you're probably not actually making any profit on those sales. So that's something to think about. That's assuming that you're making about a 30% margin on your revenue. Okay, hopefully that all made a bit of sense. If you've got any questions, you can always email me. The email address to use is mark@FBA2USA.com. There are some changes happening at FBA2USA.com, so if you want to join for the current $49 a month, then join now, because when it all changes over, that is not going to be the subscription price. And there will be some new material coming, which anyone who's a current member will enjoy, of course, in the new branded site. Alright, thanks very much for your attention, and we'll talk soon.